Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a good day. Thank you for tuning in. Today I have a special treat that consists of a game that I'm extremely excited about. It's called World War III. And for those who haven't heard about this game, it's a take on what would happen if there was World War III in a video game. I feel like a lot of YouTubers will get demonetized with World War III, fun and entertaining gameplay in their title or something like that. Okay, but I digress. It's an upcoming modern FPS, 64 players, tons of customizations, tanks, drones. Sorry, I just, had a little bit of a, you can call in F-16s. It's like a game that we have wanted for a long time. And one thing that I do enjoy them stating is that World War III is being developed by people who were raised playing FPS games. They take pride in their cooperations with military professionals and being able to offer the most authentic modern military shooter experience, painstakingly balanced with entertaining gameplay. That is huge for a video game. Painstakingly balanced with entertaining gameplay. So it's not 100% realistic, but they take realistic aspects and mesh it with entertaining gameplay to bridge that gap from super realistic to arcade. So today, as you can kind of already tell, we are going to be looking exclusively at vehicular combat. If you guys want to go check out some great infantry first impressions, I'll link Jack Frags and Level Caps videos for you guys in the description below. But today we are going to be focusing on tank and vehicle combat because that's what I have a little bit of experience in. And from the short amount of gameplay I've played at Gamescom, it's really promising. So my first impressions, when I walked into the booth, sat down to record, I thought it was going to be like Battlefield 3 tanks. I thought it was going to be a modern looking-ish tank on a modern looking battlefield doing normal FPS tank stuff. Killing infantry, taking hits, clearing the threat, and then repairing yourself there. And once that's done, you would resume your mission. I couldn't be more wrong. There are so many more mechanics to tank gameplay in World War III. We'll just start off with the protection, armor, and health system in World War III. So the protection system on the MBT, we have an APS, which is an active protection system. So incoming RPGs, incoming threats, it will destroy that before it hits our tank and then enter a cooldown. Let's say we're in a cooldown. Well, our MBT will have ERA. If they hit the ERA, it will not do any damage. However, once ERA is done, in real life, it's done until you repair it. And that's exactly what happens in World War III. Once our ERA is gone, if they hit in that same spot, they will be able to damage the tank's health points. However, you can repair the ERA in combat. Now, let's say you're at 50% health and you need to repair the tank. Well, you have to go back to your base to repair so the enemy infantry and players get a break from constant tank assaulting to where tank players actually have to play a little smart and minimize the damage they take on their tank to allow them to stay in the action as long as possible. A mechanic that is not really known in arcade, air quotes, FPS shooters. However, if you don't have an RPG, fear not. You can damage vital tank systems to bring the effectiveness of the tank down. So if you have an assault rifle, you can shoot the tank's optics at close range so he can't see for accurate firing. Now, I don't know if you have to go back to base to repair these systems we're about to talk about. In my eyes, we would just repair them in combat like the ERA and leave the vehicle status or the hit points for the base repair. But we'll just have to wait and see how it unfolds with future gameplay. I'll be in the alpha for this, so we'll be here the whole entire time for World War III. But continuing on, you can shoot out the optics. I mean, sure, the bullets won't penetrate or get in the tank, but they will damage the glass enough to where the gunner, the operator, can't see what they're doing. If you want to remove his APS system, his active protection system, before incoming RPGs hit him, you can do that. If you want to remove his RCWS, which is his remote controlled machine gun on top, you can damage that to where it can't be used anymore. I mean, the ability of the infantry without the high power weapons and they're able to do damage and lower the effectiveness of a tank, I think a lot of players are going to be happy about that. And I think a lot of tankers are going to have to play with infantry support and not run through their teams or run through the enemy team and think they're invincible because they're in a tank, because tanks in modern combat are nowhere near invincible. Now on to the ammo types. We have HE Sabo in 12.7 AP. HE and 12.7 AP are really good at dealing with infantry. And I believe what I noticed is that Sabo actually went faster than HE. Not 100% sure, but at one point I was firing Sabo at infantry and it was like a laser. And then I was like, oh man, why am I shooting Sabo at infantry? Even though I was getting kills, I want some splash damage. I want some high explosive. And when I switched to high explosive, it was a little harder to aim at further ranges. So I can't 100% confirm that, but I felt it. Some things to note about bridging the gap from realistic gameplay to arcade gameplay is that we have infrared scopes and thermal scopes to help aiming in congested city centers. We also have a realistic turret rotation. So we can't just grab the mouse, there's someone behind us. We can't swivel the turret behind our tank as fast as possible and engage them right there. We have a time to target turret. And people might say, well, what if I want to look behind me? I don't want to have to turn my whole turret, take the time, and then make my front vulnerable. Well, there's a mechanic in there. There's two types of viewing modes in a tank. One is called Hunter, I believe, which is pretty much you are the tank commander in the cupola and being able to look around the tank very, very quickly. And then if you see a threat, then you can grab the tank cannon and move it behind the tank, or move to a different position. The second mode is called Killer. Now this is the mode where your tank cannon is bound to where you aim. So your view movement will be extremely slower, but your tank cannon will go to where you point your mouse. So Hunter is you're hunting for a target using the quick moving camera of the commander, and Killer is when the tank cannon is attached to your mouse to be able to engage. From the gameplay so far, you can probably tell that this is an extremely hard map for tanks to perform. Very tight corners and corridors to move your tank down, which is not good for a tank because infantry can hide in those areas and easily be able to get some cheeky shots off. I have been told by Pavel, the developer who was helping me in explaining the game to me, that there will be much bigger maps. And unfortunately, I couldn't stay an extra day at Gamescom where they were going to be showcasing that. So there will be bigger maps for tanks and vehicles to really show their true colors and do what tanks do. So that is it for me. I will be keeping you guys up to date on the progress of this game. Hopefully I'll be able to play as soon as possible once the alpha or once a non-NDA build is out for us to play at our homes. Please leave feedback or ideas in the comment section below. I already were talking to them about maybe some more barrel mechanics, tracking, being able to track tanks, being able to damage barrels, being able to damage turrets, just to add a little more realism with an arcade feeling to it. So comments below, let me know some of your ideas, and enjoy the rest of the footage.
Our units are taking hold of objective Bravo 1. Be advised, enemy offensive drones spotted in your AO. Enemy airstrike fast approaching. Advised, enemy offensive drone spotted in your AO. Our units are taking hold of objective Bravo 2. Our units are taking hold of objective Charlie 1.
Objective Bravo 1 is under attack. Out.
Our units are taking hold of objective Charlie 1. Spotted in your AO. Our units are taking hold of objective Charlie 2. Our units are taking hold of objective Charlie 1. Objective Bravo 2 is under attack. Enemy airstrike fast approaching. Our units are taking hold of objective Charlie 2. Our units are taking hold of objective Charlie 2. Our units are taking hold of objective Alpha 1. Enemy airstrike fast approaching. advised, enemy offensive drone spotted in your AO. Enemy airstrike fast approaching.
Objective Bravo 1 is under attack. Out.
Enemy airstrike fast approaching. Objective Charlie 2 is under attack. Be advised, enemy offensive drone spotted in your AO. Our units are taking hold of objective Alpha 2. Our units are taking hold of objective Alpha 2. Be advised, enemy offensive drone spotted in your AO. Objective Alpha 1 is under attack. Friendly airstrike incoming. Enemy airstrike fast approaching. Be advised, enemy offensive drone spotted in your AO. Our units are taking hold of objective Bravo 1. Our units are taking hold of objective Charlie 1. Our units are taking hold of objective Bravo 2.